Hey guys, welcome back to Civil Learning Online. Today in this video I am going to discuss about simplex method. Here we have a problem in which we are asked to maximize the equation. You can see the equation below, and without any further delay, let's get started. So guys, let's begin the solution of this video, and here we are asked to use simplex method to find the optimal solution of the following linear programming problem, and we are provided with maximize z equals to 5x plus 3y subjected to 2x plus y is less than or equal to 40, x plus 2y is less than or equal to 50, and x and y is greater than or equal to 0. This is the question, and now let's see how the solution can be done here. So we are going to write here solution, and in order to solve any kind of numerical based upon the linear programming problem, then what we need to do is we have to convert the inequalities into equation, and for converting the inequalities into equation we have to introduce some non-negative slack variables. Now what are non-negative slack variables? So let me tell you what are non-negative slack variables. So basically here I have picked out some definitions about the slack variables and surplus variables which we may come to interact with when we are solving any numerical by simplex method related to linear programming problem. So what are slack variables or non-negative variables? Let it be denoted by S, which on adding on left side of an inequality of type ax less than or equals to b changes the inequality into an equation of the type ax plus s equals to b. So see here, when the non-negative slack variable s is introduced here in the inequality, it gets turned into the equation which is known as slack variable, and you will be more clear through an example. See here we have, for example, 2x1 plus x2 is less than or equals to 3 is an inequality. Initially it is inequality, but when here x3 is taken as slack variable, and when the slack variable is introduced in this inequality, it has got converted into equation, and where x3 is greater than or equal to 0 is the slack variable. As you can see here, it is clearly mentioned, and this is going to be easy to understand whenever you have completed watching this video. And the second one is the surplus variable or non-negative variable r, which on the subtraction on the left side of an equation of the type ax greater than or equal to b. See, keep in mind the symbols here. Here it was less than or equal to b, here it is greater than or equal to b, changes the inequality into an equation of the type ax minus r. This is surplus variable, so surplus variable needs to be subtracted, and it is it depends upon the symbols which we come to see in the equation or inequality. So we have r greater than or equal to 0, which is known as surplus variable. So surplus variable needs to be subtracted from the inequality, and slack variable needs to be added in inequality. And you can see here example, we have 2x1 plus 3x2 greater than or equal to 5, and in order to turn this inequality into equation, we have subtracted surplus variable x3 from this inequality to get it converted into variables. So this is what we are going to do here. So I'm going to write a line here introducing solution, and right here introducing. So see here guys, we have total 3 inequality. First one is maximize z equals to 5x plus 3 which is subjected to 2x plus y is less than or equal to 4, and x plus 2y is less than or equal to 50. So here subjected to we have 2 equations, so we have to introduce 2 non-negative slack variables. So I am going to write here introducing r and s as 2 non-negative slack variables. So on introducing non-negative r and s as a 2 non-negative slack variable in this equation, we have 2x plus y plus 1 times r plus 0 times s plus this z. 0 times z will get equals to 40. R and S are non-negative slack variables, and it was shown in the previously in the example and definition also. Now move to the second inequality. We have to turn this inequality into equation. So we have x plus 2y plus, this time we will take 0 times r plus 1 times s plus 0 times z equals to 50. Now time for this. So here we have max z equals to 5x plus 3y. This is our objective function, and we have to do make some changes in the objective function in order to write equation here. So as we have z equals to 5x plus 3y, so our objective function in simplex method is going to be, we have to bring this 5x and 3y this side. So we will have here minus 5x minus 3y plus z equals to 0, and z is going to be our optimal solution or the optimal value of the given function f x comma y equals to 5x plus 3y. So we are going to rewrite it as, same procedure is for any question which you are solving by simplex method. The objective function elements are brought to the other side, means they are written in negative form. So we have here minus 5x minus 3y plus 0 times r plus 0 times s plus 1 times z is going to be equals to 0. Now what we need to do is, this was our step 1, it was our step 1. Now we will move to step 2. In step 2 we will need to construct initial Tableau. So I am going to write here step 2, and in step 2 I need to draw initial Tableau. So how I will draw initial Tableau? See here, we have to note down the variables first one by one. Let me show you. I need a ruler here. So this type of table you need to draw. Here we will write basic variables, and we will copy the unknowns or the variables of present in each and every equation in the sequentially. So here we have x, y, r, s and z, and beneath the variables we will write down the coefficients. So here we have 2, 1, 1, 0, 0 and 40, and again we have 1, 2, 0, 1, 0 and 50, and beneath this line we will write down the elements of the objective function, that is minus 5, minus 3, 0, 0, 1, 0, and here what we are going to write here, the negative slack variables which we introduced in the equation, that are going to be written here. So here we will write r and s. I have in this numerical I have taken it as r and s. You can take any of the value, but it does not coincide with the variables which is given in your equation. You can, what we need to do is, we have to look for the most negative element in the coefficient of the objective function. That is, here we can see that minus 5 is much negative than minus 3. So I am going to write here minus 5 is much negative than minus 3. So this is our first column. See here, downward we have column and horizontally we have rows. Okay, now this is our first column, second column, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and first row, second row, third row. Later after this video I will add one more video in which we will have 4 rows. Here we have up to 3 rows. In the next video I will add a video in which we will have 4 rows. You will also have that numerical concept is same. So learn this very well, and that will just add you extra information to you. And now what we will do, so our first row, so first column is pivotal column. Now what we will do, now divide this element by the elements of the pivotal column. So divide 40 by 2. Now we have 40 by 2 equals to 20, and 50 by 1 equals to 50. Which one is least? 25 20 since 20 is less than 50, 20 is less than 50. And how we got 20? We divided 40 by 2, so we got 20. So our 2 is pivotal element. So I am going to write here, so 2 is pivotal element. Now after finding the pivotal element, what we need to do is we have to convert the pivotal element to unity, and all the other elements in the pivotal column needs to be changed to 0. So how we can do? We need to make operations on raw, like we have done in raw adjacent matrix method. So that will be our step 3. Now let's move to step 3. So in step 3 we are going to apply some raw operations, and I already told you that we have got the pivotal element, and pivotal element is 2. So we have to convert this 2 to unity. If we divide this 2 by 2, then this 2 will get to unity, and that is what we are going to do in step 3. So I am going to write here in step 3, R1 implies R1 by 2, means we are dividing into all the elements of R1, this is R1 by 2. So what we will have here, and after getting this pivotal element we have to change this R and S to, so suppose we have got this pivotal element 2 and corresponding variable is X, so this R will be substituted by X here. While when I draw the table again, this table needs to be drawn once again here, and this time this R will get substituted by X because pivotal element is corresponding to X. So see here, draw a table. So I have here X, Y, R, S and Z. So what we are doing, we are dividing the elements of R1 by 2, and here I am going to write X, and here it will be as it is S, and the first element of this raw one is 2, so 2 is divided by 2, we will get 1. Second element is 1, so 1 divided by 2 we will get 1 by 2. Third element is again 1, so 1 divided by 2 is will get 1 by 2. Fourth element is 0, so 0 divided by 2 we will get 0, and fifth element again 0, and 40, here it is 40 divided by 2 we will get 20, and further we will rewrite the other elements as it is. So we have 1 2 0 1 0 and 50. Here we have minus 5 minus 3 0 0 1 0. Now what we will need to do is in step 4, after making the pivotal element unity, we have to convert remaining elements to 0 of the pivotal column. So our first column was pivotal column, we have successfully completed converted this pivotal element to unity. Now we have to turn this element to 0 and this minus 5 to 0. So how we can turn this element to 0 and this element to 0? See here, if we subtract 1 minus 1, then it will get 0, means I can rewrite as step 4 as let me use another pen. So I am going to write here step 4, and in step 4 what we need to do is I am going to write here R2 implies, we have to convert the elements of R2 means row 2 to 0. So R2 implies R2 minus R1, and R3 implies R3 plus 5 R1. Now see how we are going to do this. rewrite as it is. So we have x, y, r, s, z, and we are doing operation on r2. So x is, as first row is as it is, 1, 1 by 2, 1 by 2, 0, 0, 20, and now we have s. Okay, now see here we have r2 minus r1, means r2 is I'm going to use this portion as a raw. So r2 is 1 minus 1, we will have 0 here. Similarly we have again r2 means 2 minus 1 by 2 is going to be 4 minus 1 yani ki 3 by 2. So we will have here 3 by 2. Again we have r2 means 0 minus 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2, we will have here minus 1 by 2. Similarly we have 1 minus 0 is again 1, 0 minus 0 is 0, and here we have 50 minus 20 means r2 means 50 minus r1 50, r2 minus r1 50 minus 20 is 30. So right here 30. Now we have operation for r3. So r3 we have r3 plus 5 r1, r3 means minus 5 plus 5 times r1 means 1 is going to be 0 here. Okay, now we have r3 means minus 3 plus 5 times r1, r1 is 1 by 2. So we have here minus 6 plus 5, minus 6 plus 5 yani ki means minus 1 by 2. So we have here minus 1 by 2, and here we have r3 means 0 plus 5 times 1 by 2, 0. Here we have r3 means 0 plus 5 times r1 yani means 5 by 2. Here again we have 0 plus 5 times 0, so it is going to be 0, and 1 plus 5 times 0 is going to be 1. So 0 plus 5 times r1, 20 times 5 equals to 100. Now we have to proceed this process until we start getting positive number in this objective function elements. So here we have minus 1 by 2, this is going to be our pivotal element, the column this time. So I am going to write a line here. Here minus 1 by 2 is much negative, so second column is pivotal column. I hope it is visible to you. Yes. Now what we need to do is second column is pivotal column. So if we have got second column as pivotal column, so what we need to do is we have to divide these elements by these numbers, elements of the pivotal column. So 30 is divided by 3 by 2, so we will get 30 times 2 reciprocal, apply the rule of reciprocal. So we will have here 20, and 20 is divided by 1 by 2, so 20 times 2 by 1 is going to be 40. So since 20 is less than 40, here we have 20 is less than 40, and how we got 20? We divided 30 by 3 by 2, 30 by 3 by 2. So this is our pivotal element. So we have got the pivotal element. Now we will write here. So 3 by 2 is pivotal element. Now once we have got the pivotal element, now what we need to do is we have to convert the pivotal element to unity. How we can convert this 3 by 2 to unity? If we multiply 3 by 2 by 2 by 3, we can convert the 3 by 2 as unity. So we have to apply an operation here in R2, as R2 implies R2 multiply by 2 by 3. So on doing that, this element will get converted into unity, and this is our pivotal element. So pivotal element is corresponding to y, so this s will be replaced by y in the next step, that is step 5. So here we have step 5, and in step 5 we have to convert the pivotal element to unity. We have to convert this pivotal element to unity. So I am going to write here R2, that is R2. So R2 implies R2 multiply by 2 by 3. So we will have here, draw a table here. And we are doing the operation in R2, so the elements of R2, R1 and R3 will be written as it is. There will be changes in the elements of R3 only. So here we go. Now what we will do here, we have R2 implies R2 times 2 by 3. So this time we are going to write here X and this Y, and we have X, Y, R, S and finally Z. So we have here 0, first element is 0, so 0 multiplied by 2 by 3 is going to be 0, and 3 by 2 is multiplied by 2 by 3, 3 by 2 is multiplied by 2 by 3, so this gets cancel out, so we will have here 1, so it is 1. Again minus 1 by 2 is multiplied by 2 by 3, we will get minus 1 by 3, so this element is minus 1 by 3. 1 is multiplied by 2 by 3, we will get 2 by 3, and 0 is multiplied by 2 by 3, we will get 0. 30 is multiplied by 2 by 3, we will get 20, and the elements of R1 and R2, R1 and R3 are 1, 1 by 2, 1 by 2, 0, 0, 20, and here the elements are 0, minus 1 by 2, 5 by 2, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0. Now we need to move to step 5, and now in step 5 what we need to do is we have to convert the all elements other than pivotal element as to 0. So in step 5, in step 6 we need to convert this to 0 and this to 0. So first R1 implies R1 minus 1 by 2 R2. What we need to do is, if we multiply this by 1 by 2, if we multiply this by 1 by 2 and subtract from 1 by 2, it will get 0. So for R1 it is going to be. Now for R3 implies R3 plus 1 by 2 R2. We will come to know just by observation. See here we have suppose I am going to tell you about this element, how we can convert this to 0. We have 1 by 2, and if we add 1 by 2 then it will get 0. How we can make it, how we can add 1 by 2? If we multiply this 1 by 1 by 2, means elements of R2 by 1 by 2, if elements of R2 is multiplied by 1 by 2, then it will become 1 by 2, and R3 is minus 1 by 2, so minus 1 by 2 and plus 1 by 2, it will get 0, and on adding these two, on multiplying and adding, this element will get 0. Similar is the case with the elements of R1. So let us draw a table and solve it further. So we have X, Y, R, S and Z, and elements are, we are doing operation on R1 and R3, so elements of R2 will be written as it is 0, 1, minus 1 by 3, 2 by 3, 0, 20. Suppose S is here. So now we are doing operation on R1, so R1 means R1 is 1 minus 1 by 2 into R1, R2 is 0, so we will get 1 here, so it is 1, here it is X, and 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2 times R2 is 1, so we will get 0 here, so it is 0. Now we have here R1 means 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2, we have 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2 times minus 1 by 3, so on solving this we will get by 6, 3 plus 2 means 5 by 6, so we will have here 5 by 6. And now here we have for S R1 is 0, so 0 minus 1 by 2 into 2 by 3 means minus 1 by 3, and the Z is 0 plus 0 is 0, and here we have R1, so 20 minus 1 by 2 times 20, we have 20 minus 1 by 2 times 20, 10, so here we will have 10, and for R3 we have R3 plus 1 by 2 times R2, means R3 0 plus 1 by 2 times 0 is going to be 0, and we have R3 means minus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 times R2 is 1, so we will have here 0. Now we have 5 by 2 and plus 1 by 2 times 1 by 3 means 15 plus 1 means 16 by 6, so we will have here 8 by 3. Now we have here 0 means R3 is 0 plus 1 by 2 times 2 by 3 means 1 by 3, and here we have 1 plus 1 by 2 times 0, so we will have here 1, and 100 plus 1 by 2 times 20 means 100 plus 1 by 2 times 20 means 10, so we will have here 110. Now so we will have here, we can write here we have max z equals to 110 at x equals to 10 and y equals to 20. Also we can apply check. We had the equation that is was 5x plus we had z equals to 5x, in place of x we will write 10 plus 3 times 20 equals to 50 plus 60 equals to 110. So this answer matched here, it means our solution is right. We have applied the check also, and I hope this video was helpful to you guys. If you are enjoying the content on civil learning online channel, then do subscribe the channel, and if this video add value to you, then do share this video with your friend, and see you in the next video. Till then, stay safe and take care of yourself. We are also going to discuss about the equation. It was about maximization, one will be about minimization. We will also have a look about that numerical, so do not forget to subscribe.